Okay, we're live. It's James Smitty speaking, trainingsites.io. Just want to give you a heads up. I'm going to be quitting creating courses. I'm not going to be creating anymore. None, Zippo, no more courses like I've been creating for the last 25 years. Now, you may be asking, what are you talking about? Your whole website, your community is all about courses. Well, yes and no. The thing that's happened in the last week and in the last year and a half and in the last 25 years is a transition between what was traditionally thought of as a course and what is actually needed now in the age of AI, and especially this week, the Google 2.5 Pro deep research model and the 2.5 Pro that is available for Gemini now. So, I am in the Google workspace kind of sphere. I use Google, I guess it's called Workspace now, but the whole Google suite of tools. And they've done a really, really good job of starting to integrate them. But the thing that they came out with this week was this 2.5 Gemini Pro deep research. And in the work that I've done with it in the last little while, and the use of all of the AI stuff that I've been doing for the last 18 months or year, I'm convinced now that in terms of actually creating content, the content that comes out of Gemini 2.5 Pro and the deep research is better than I can do creating the content. And I'm talking about not only the structure and the quality and the content and the delivery of it, but the thoughtfulness that goes into it is far exceeding anything I could possibly do myself. So that's kind of the first thing, is that the research that's needed to actually create valuable course content or create content, that barrier to entry is gone. I think the AI tools can actually do it far better than I can personally do it. And some people might say, well, you can't do that because it's not authentic. It's not really you. Um, and if you go and just do some of this research on it, and you get good at actually requesting the type of research or providing the right questions to research and the way that you want the response, um, it's as authentic as it has to be. And I don't think people are as uptight or as having to be worried about the content being authentic. I think what is wanting to be authentic is the application of the content. And that's really where the opportunity is in an education business, is not in the content. So I am not creating any more traditional content courses. Anything that goes through, kind of steps like do 1, 2, 3, 4 and have the content on it. I'm not going to be doing any more of that. And some people might say, well, James, what are you going to be doing? And what I'm going to be doing is, I don't know if I'm what I'm exactly going to call it right now, but I want to think of it more as recipes. I'm going to be creating recipes as best as I can. I might even call them blueprints. And all of these are going to be based on AI. Every single one of them is going to be an AI recipe or an AI blueprint in order to get a particular outcome. And it's not going to include the content. I'm going to be focusing on the questions that you need to ask in the order that you need to ask them to get the output that you want in terms of an outcome. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on. Is it going to be content? No. Am I going to show you how to generate your own content? Yeah, if you need content, I'm going to tell you how to create it, what the recipe is for a certain kind of content, but I'm not going to be creating the actual content. And this really came into play for me personally because when I've been actually, playing around on my site, the trainingsites.io site, and again, this is free for you to join. So if you haven't already, please go to trainingsites.io/join. I have hundreds of video tutorials there now, which are the YouTube videos, which in some respects are content, but not structured content in in the sense of like, here is how you do something all the way to the end. They're basically tutorials on specific pieces. I also had courses that were about kind of big content dumps. And what I've been finding is that the people who are actually in the community or in the site are not necessarily interested in the content in as much as they're interested in How do I get the appropriate content that I need when I need it to do something? So I'm focusing or moving this whole idea of AI recipes or AI blueprints to be the glue that is letting everyone who wants to do something or be something or have something really needs to be able to apply. And again, stuff is happening so quickly here, it's hard not to stay focused on AI. And if you're not thinking about AI or you're not using AI, the proper use of it now is not to create static content for courses. I think that's, again, not going to waste my time. I'm not going to be doing it. Things are happening so quickly. It's all about the recipes now and the questions, not the prompts, but the questions that you need to ask in order to generate the prompt, because that's where the creativity lies. That's kind of the first thing I want to talk about. So just a heads up, if I do anything, if you come to trainingsites.io and you're looking for content, you won't necessarily find it. However, what you will find are recipes that you can use to apply in your own business to either generate the content or the resources that you need, or the processes or the outcome that you need, or guide you through that particular steps that you need to do to complete something. That's the first thing. The second thing is that there's going to be far more involvement in terms of the live application and implementation of the recipes. And again, I have it laid out as a campus on my site. And as much as it's a campus with content, that was the original kind of idea that I've been going with for the last 20 years. One of the sites I had was My Small Biz University. I still have the domain actually, and that's where I started with my first real membership site. And again, it was about content and how-to content. That's what the focus was on. But the thing for me here now is that the content can be generated for free, but the implementation and application of the content on a person's project is a part that I find most people are having trouble with. So I'm going to focus a lot more on providing recipes, letting people work with the recipes, and then helping people be able to implement them and apply them to their unique situation. And the situation that I focus on, of course, is being able to start, build, and grow education businesses. So, someone wants to build a campus like this, if someone wants to be able to build blueprints like this, if someone wants to be able to market their particular privately branded campus, these are the things I'm going to be helping people do. But a lot of it is going to be live and what was traditionally called teaching. That's the part that is going to be kind of exciting for everyone moving forward in this AI space. And people talk about, is it authentic, the content that gets created? I don't know. Don't really care. I don't think people care anymore based on the quality of the content that's becoming available. What is the authentic part is actually dealing one on one with someone who is the guide, the mentor, the instructor, or the teacher, and also the community they're involved in that same pursuit of building out an education business. So you're going to hear words like community and campus and teaching. That is the important part. That's where the opportunity is. So, just kind of pay attention to what's going on. I'm focusing now on AI recipes and blueprints. If you have ideas on one, or you're looking on how to use AI to do something, or how to leverage AI to do something that you previously did, and you want to be able to do it faster, quicker, cheaper, that's where these recipes come in. And the better questions that you can learn to apply to the recipes, the far better the results are you're going to be able to get, and the quicker you're going to be able to get them. So if you have some questions or comments, put them in below. This isn't a how-to video, just kind of stuff that's going on internally. And if you want to discuss it, of course, make sure to go to trainingsites.io/join. Like and subscribe to this channel, but come on into the community and let's work on some recipes, put it together, and see what we can build, sharing all of the stuff that we know, all the experiences that we've had, and being able to help people do whatever it is that you've already been doing. My name is James, trainingsites.io. I hope you enjoyed this quick 10-minute video. We'll be back again later today with another great story and or recipe to help you start, build, and grow your education business. Take care. Expect the best.